Hello, Oxford. I'm Dominic Dardano, and today I'm here with my lovely co-host, Wyatt Brown.
I'm the
And
host with the most.
We will be covering strange news.
That's right. We'll be looking at the bizarre things that has happened in recent times, starting with a local Baltimore school teacher who's found using AI to make their boss look racist.
That's outlandish. Furthermore, a man in France was awarded by Guinness World Book of Records for making a scale miniature of the Eiffel Tower out of matches.
That's lit. This just in, mummified monkey remains have been found in a commuter's luggage in the Boston airport.
That's disgusting. Another one. A car-sized tumbleweed was found rolling down the highway in California.
Those poor tires. Next, roller coaster passengers were stuck dangling upside down 75 feet in the air for half an hour. They were soon recovered.
Well, thank God. A spotless giraffe was discovered in Namibia.
Huh. Lastly, seemingly a question mark was spotted in space by a satellite. What could that mean?
I think it's probably a galaxy or something like that.
Probably.
Those were all pretty strange and outlandish. But just in, I have another piece of news coming in from Oxford Area High talking about internships for seniors.
All seniors have the opportunity to leave just after 4 periods in the morning. Hi, I'm Christian Martinez, and we would like to talk to you about work release.
I work at Walgreens, and the thing I like about work release is I get to get out of school early, and it gives me more time to work and make money, and that's what I really enjoy about it.
Work release has made a big impact on my high school experience because I can get to go to work technically around half the day, so I get to do 4 classes depending on which day, either 2 for blocks or 4 for one day, and that's just made everything a little bit more sustainable for me to do, and I would recommend it to other people.
So I like to think about work release as a soft opening for a business. Before you fully open, you have a few friends and family into the business to see what's going to work and what's not going to work. And students have been in school since they were 5. So this really gives students the opportunity to get out there before they commit to a career full time and just feel around for what they like and what they don't like. Students need to reframe the way they're looking at their job. So a lot of times when you're 16, 17, 18, you're going into an hourly job and you're just there to get a paycheck. But the assignments and the questions that are in the reflections are to get you to think differently. What would I do if I was a manager? What would I do if I saw something unethical going on?
If students have enough credits to graduate, they can then participate in the Workplace Experience Program. This program lets students get out of school to work a certain amount of hours each week. They must do 1 assignment every week proving that they work, and every 2 weeks they have to show all their hours worked plus a manager's signature. This class is great for the high school students to create real-world experiences. It teaches them many skills, including time management, the importance of work, and social interactions. A student who was in the program at Oxford Area High School said, "I really love this program. It is like being paid to go to school, and it has taught me so much about the experience for jobs in my future."
Workplace experience can be used in many ways, including teaching organization, time management, and allowing them to, best of all, make money while getting credit and learning things that they need to learn to help them advance in their own careers and getting a job. Workplace experience is an amazing program for seniors as long as they have all their credits in line to allow them to get credit for working.
I do all sorts of things with Newsroom to helping him with his movie Delco and just helping around class and things that need to be edited for other people as well. So,
As you can see, Workplace can be a very helpful program in determining your future. I'm Christian Martinez, and this is why we think you should join Work Release.
Welcome back, Oxford. I'm here with Mr. Anderson of the Graphic Design Program to ask him a few questions about it. So, Mr. Anderson, you used to be a successful businessman. You used to have your own company. What got you to start teaching? And what got you into graphic design?
I think you could probably tell I'm a little white in the beard right now. So I had about a 30-year run in corporate America working for a very large graphic arts firm that you would have never heard of because it was privately owned. So I spent 30 years working in that company, building it up to a $52 million a year graphic arts production company, and then decided at 48 years old I was ready to retire. There was a method, there was a message in this. 30 years is a long career. I think most of you can realize you're only half of that in your lifetimes. So at that stage, I realized I accomplished what I wanted to. The biggest concern I had was a little morbid of a thought, but when I pass away, there's going to be an epitaph of me, hopefully, and it's going to say something between the dashes of my birth and the dashes of my passing. The concern I had was what those dashes were going to say. And I was not confident that the message of I had a 30-year career was going to be all that exciting until it passed by. So when I retired, I decided what I wanted to do was give back. I wanted to take that 30 years of experience and apply it to today's youth. And one of the things I've learned over that 30 years was how detrimentally important my education process was in critical and creative thinking. We all base our days in critical thinking. We fact, we science, we use application of knowledge. It's very scientific. Design thinking is completely different. This is mapping a pattern. This is studying, observing, applying, and taking the iterations and coming up with a hypothesis at the end. This is the whole program, and that was a lot of technical jargon there. So what I'm saying to you basically is we do not talk with words. We talk with the written picture. So what's interesting about that is here I am, this crazy guy in this classroom, in this art-related industry, which is very corporate, very structured. Graphic arts is a big industry. It's a multi-million-dollar industry. Think about it. Every one of you or your parents at home probably 2 to 3 times a week has a package design on their front step from Amazon. So your careers can be extremely lucrative. So it was at that point I decided that I wanted to become a school teacher so I could bring that design thinking process to school. And here we are.
I think that's a pretty good thing to want to do. I know a lot of people out there who could definitely use that kind of creativity in their lives.
Yes, it is. And I already know your next question coming, so go ahead because it's all relative.
Yeah. I've already taken your class, so I have a semblance of an idea. What kind of assignments do you give to your students to help them build that creative thinking and mind?
Very fair, very fair. So all of my class, or our class here at Oxford, is project-based. So it's visual and based on reality. So if you're coming in with no experience, there is no reality. You have to create this concept on your own. So I take things in life. Most students like music, so they would love to design a band, an album cover, a concert poster. So that is an easy project because you already have the enthusiasm and the passion for the idea. It's then diving into the design thinking process that has to happen for students. Interestingly enough, I have found that, I have not yet found, how about this? I have not yet found a student that cannot fulfill the needs of this class based on any level of education that they have. Any level of artistry, any level of talent, you can begin and learn how to use design thinking and apply it to daily life. Dominic has asked the type of projects we do. So we're doing album cover design. We're also doing package design. We do menu design. Everybody loves to eat. I've not met a student yet who does not like food. There is a world outside of the chicken nugget. Please remember that if you join my class. I can hear laughter throughout the building as we speak. But it's true. So the interesting thing is that this class becomes interesting for almost anybody because I base it fundamentally on interests. And I turn it from a critical thinking process, a worksheet and a pencil, to a creative design thinking or creative process where you're actually coming up with a tangible, physical, three-dimensional, handheld object.
Yeah, and when I took that class, I loved doing the projects. The album cover in the band, I think that was my favorite.
I'll never forget your projects. It was not dumpster fire. Or it was.
Tires of fire.
Tires of fire. So, these things have lasting impressions. So we prove, I guess I say, my point of how visualization is so memorable. It's iconic and it lasts.
It's key, yeah.
It's key. No pun intended, but it is absolutely. So I love what I do. What can I say?
How would, like, looking at a student who's pretty adamant in that they don't like school, hate every elective, how would you get them into graphic design?
Well, that's, I'm not going to say this too loudly. I have a lot of academic colleagues that might not appreciate it if I say it, but I try to just sell the process, the design thinking process. Hey, would you like to have a class where you put down your pen and paper and your textbook and you work on a computer? So I sell the curriculum because it is rather advanced. We have a lot of state-of-the-art technology. And let's face it, all I have to do is say, I have something more fun than your phone. I have a 27-inch phone for every student in class. So we have modern technology at our disposal, and we also have the ability of you as youth. We all know YouTube, we all know TikTok, we all know Facebook, even though that's kind of a passe thing for you guys. But I've seen you guys standing in the corners doing your little TikTok-y dance moves, and my son came up to me and said, Dad, Taylor Swift passed away today. And it was all about my reaction. So you're already actors. You're already dramatic. You already have it in you. I firmly believe that this design thinking is in everyone, and we're born with it. So all I want to do is pull it out and let children explore it on their own.
Yeah. And I know you've kind of already stated this, but how does taking your class prepare kids for a future in graphic design, seeing that they get interested in it?
I could actually answer that and the other. What if you're not going into graphic arts, which is even a deeper question. But the ones that are interested, I am covering what the state of Pennsylvania provides us in a task list, requirements. So you have obligations to the state of Pennsylvania if you are in the TCHS program. If you are here in the Oxford elective program, you just get to piggyback off of that knowledge because I bring that to the MME program here at Oxford. So you're doing things that the state of Pennsylvania would require you to have in skill sets to go into industry, to go into university. We just adapt the work skills or the project-based lessons in class to that environment. And no one has to know about all the technical difficulties in the background, all the Excel spreadsheets, all the words, all the talk, all the numbers. Just making pretty pictures. And it all comes out in the end. So the moral of the story here, too, is if you're not going to be a graphic artist, how awesome is your skill set? You've conquered academia. You're a senior. You're graduating. But you also have on top of it the ability to convey vocabulary, communication, visual guides through your own creation. You have another form of communication. You can't label yourself bilingual, but you can communicate with picture, and you all are going to have that ability after you take my class. So I think it's a beautiful thing.
I think it is too. I definitely walked away from graphic design, I feel like a lot more creatively intuitive in being able to express myself, which helped a lot for classes like financial fitness. You have to like really express your skills and whatnot.
Absolutely. It's a very talky class. Mr. Anderson loves to talk to the students. But I've also found it's the professionalism in the industry. Don't forget, I am an old man, 54 years old now, and it's about your persona. Image is everything. So if I go back to graphic arts, I go back to sell the image, sell the art. Be the Mona Lisa. Be the most significant painting in the world. Be that. Shout from the rooftops. So we teach that in class too. So it's a bit of drama involved. There's a bit of acting involved. There's a bit of video involved. But all that encompasses what we live and teach in visual communications.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Anderson, for answering my questions.
You're very welcome. It was my pleasure.
Great.
Thank you very much for having me, Don. I appreciate you.
Thank you for tuning in today's Midday Show.